Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Village of Wiphampton. Now, I do apologise that last week there wasn't an episode. I did actually have this finished, but I worked a lot and I was very tired. And you don't need to hear my life story and my problems really, but let's just say that I am sorry. And today's episode is here now. So let's get on. What was we doing before? Because it's been a couple of weeks since I did anything now, hasn't it? I haven't missed it out. Yeah, I beautified up the area a little bit. Look, I finally put a wall all the way around the side here. Look at those lovely sheeps. I've been breeding up them and some pigs. And look at the cows. Just look at this quivering mass of bovine flesh. I do need to go and slaughter a lot of them at some point. But not just this second, because we've got other things to do, and I don't really need to be carrying a huge amount of meat and leather things around with me. What else have I done? Planted up a few more lights, planted some more, grew some more grass, and so it looks a little bit more wild. But the main thing that I've done to beautify up this area is over here. I've sort of finish this off. I've added some trees. Look at this, lovely trees. See more lights. Some flowers everywhere. It's brilliant. And look at this. Now this is what I've been working on mostly all this time, and this was a big job. Well, this itself wasn't super huge, but when you see what's been going down, you'll see just how much time I've put into this whole project. I've got, hello Mr. Snuffles, I've got a Mr. Snuffles who's just woken up and wants some attention. Hello boy. And if you didn't know, and if you are interested, my forum, my YouTube avatar, and on the Minecraft forums and my banners and things, the cat, the black cat with the yellow eyes, that's based on Mr. Snuffles, the god of night. Oh god, he wants out, doesn't he? Okay, well, we're about to go on a magical journey of sorts, but first of all, I better let him out, so just give me 3 seconds. There we go. He's out and off and about to play. He's probably going to go and find his brother, and they'll go outside for a play. Right, so yeah, the train track is, well, it's done. And it's nice, and you see I've used rather a lot. I used up a lot of the gold I had. Actually, not as much as I thought. To be honest, I didn't need to use as much as I thought, and I've actually put in more boosters than I probably need. But just to be safe, I mean, I've put a lot of booster rails along here. And before I take this journey, I'm not going to run off but down it. I've used a lot of detector rails. Now, detector rails, if you don't know, I'll show you. When a minecart passes over them, oh, wrong way. That's it. When a minecart passes over them, they send a redstone signal and activate whatever's next to them. You can use them to activate like track switching and things like that. In this case, I've used them either side of these power rails, so no matter which direction you go, when the cart rolls over them, it'll activate the power rail. Because power rails, otherwise, they act as a brake. Here, look, boom, stop straight away. They do brake the cart, and when they're powered, they accelerate the cart. So all the way along, and you'll see as I'm going, I've put power rails in various places with detector rails either side, so that they are activated either direction you go, because this is a two-way cart system. It's just a single track at the moment, but you'll see what I've done. I mean, I've made this a trunk track where, as you can see, the gravel has plenty of room for expansion. Anyway, let's get on. Oh yeah, in case you don't know, oh crap, let me go and get some resources, because I don't think I brought any with me. No, I just need to show you something. I could probably have planned for this trip a little bit better, but it just sort of occurred to me that the power rails and booster rails are not something you make every day, so it might not be necessarily something that everybody knows how to make. So here you go, normal tracks, as you know, just like that. Stick in the middle, and that makes normal rail tracks. Now, the detector rails, these ones, they are similar. Let me move those out of the way because I need to just put in. What you do need is a pressure plate, and they are similar in the fact that you keep the 6 iron ingots like that. Instead of a stick in the middle, you put a pressure plate, and then in the bottom middle, you put a bit of redstone, and that makes 6 detector rails. So it's not bad. It's not super expensive. You do get, 6 for 6 iron. That's fine. As for the gold, the powered rails, they are again similar in that you put gold instead of iron down the sides. You have a stick in the middle like you do in normal ones, and then you just put a redstone at the bottom. So it's kind of a combination of the both, and that makes you 6 powered rails. So again, you get 6 for 6 ingots. So it's not a bad ratio, it has to be said. You generally won't need as many as you think you do if you're making a rail system, but that's how you do it. So let's get back and actually ride this rail. So let's go. This should all be set up and working. I'm going to kick myself if it isn't, but preliminary tests showed it was fine. So what we do, there's a cart here. Eventually these iron end stops, or this one at least, I will probably replace with a dispenser, since these days dispensers we can put carts straight onto rails and boats straight into the water, and that would probably be better. But for now we'll just put one down. There's a little button to go, and let's okay, that might need a bit of adjustment because there we go. And here we go. As you can see, the booster rails are keeping me going all the way along, and I put probably more than I need to, just because this is quite a long journey, and we don't want it to take all day. Really down the hill. I changed the route the original route, by adding a lot of diagonals just to make it a lot more direct, and also it's kind of stupid when a cart just goes around a right hand corner. It doesn't make a lot of sense really. There's bridges going across, and then we're through the forest and we're into the swamp. Again, I cut the big corners here, and there's a lot of booster rails here because this is a big long diagonal, and booster and detector rails won't turn corners. They'll only go on the straight, so I had to make sure there's plenty of speed up to get along that diagonal and up here onto the next bit. There's another bridge across, and then we're down across, still in the swamp, but we're getting to the end of it now. Up another little hill, and we're into a forest. Through the forest, it's not a long way through this forest. And then we're finally hitting into the desert, which means we're almost at the end of the journey. And here we go, one last corner. We drop down here, and we're at the end. Now that's just going to spit me off onto the sand, because I haven't actually built a station at this end yet. I mean, geez, it took me long enough to do the other one and all this rail. But there you go. That's what I've been working on, and you would not believe how long that actually took. I'm not joking when I say days and days to get all this gravel, because when you're digging and you think, oh god, I think gravel again, oh there's so much gravel. Well, when you actually want gravel, it doesn't seem as much, because I ran out so many times. All of those 20 odd stacks, and then a few more stacks of logs end up being turned into bridges and fences. Just so much stuff that was required to do that. Not to mention all the iron, which I had to actually mine another couple of stacks of iron just to have enough to make all the rails. But I did it in the end. It was a big project. It took me a long time. I have still got a lot of gravel. In the end, I did actually manage to find more than I really needed, but that will be used, because this isn't going to be the end of the rail. I mean, it is the end for now, and it's definitely a stop, but it's not going to be the end of it. And what else have I done? I've done here. Yeah, I've done some more work in this place as well. So I'm gonna just chuck some. I'll stick it in the bottom of this chest. I mean, why not? Stick all that and some iron and some gold and some redstone and that one pressure plate. There we go. Next time I need to make more rails and stuff. I've got it all there ready. Oh, on the minecart. I've done, yeah, a lot here. I've dug, let's go upstairs because I wanted to make it day anyway. I've dug out all the way around this place, and I've added, boosted up the back here, so this is safe. I mean, that creeper could still explode if I got too close, but they cannot get up here and in here. There's no way they can get in. The top's so well lit up, they can't spawn. I've got my nice bedroom, which we're going to go to bed in a minute, but I wanted to show you a few other things. Yeah. Also, I've so basically just stuck an anvil in here and a few other things, but down here, and it is a long way down, this isn't completely done yet, because I want to add a quick way down here. This is a long way down. But I thought I'd use the shaft where the TNT originally was in the trap to the chests. I thought I'd use that and actually make that one mine shaft. And what I'm going to do is right down here at the bottom, as we can see, we're getting there now. I'm going to dig a little hole right about here. Boom, boom. Oh, there's like lava down there, but okay, that doesn't matter. But yeah, that will be full of water. There we go. So yeah, there's a little hole full of water, so I should, with a bit of care, be able to drop right from the top straight down, hit the water. I mean, it's a little bit of a tight landing, but I'm sure I won't die too many times. And this is our mine at level 12, which is the best place I hear for mining all the good stuff. And you can see I've been down here quite a bit, getting those resources I needed. I've dug branch mines all the way down there, and it gets a little bit difficult this far down because there's a lot of lava. I keep hitting lava pools. I ended up going across here, and I've been doing tons and tons of mining. Took me quite some time, but that's all part of it. I mean, as I said before, and I do keep saying it, it really has been worth it. Some of these things are a lot of work. You know, making we've got buckets in there, and redstone and coal, and oh, lovely. Oh, and a saddle. Oh, I've forgotten I've got all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, some of these things, they are a lot of work, but when you see the end result, it's so worth it. Because, I mean, what's the point of just surviving in this game if you're just going to literally just survive? I mean, granted, it's a survival game, but it's a whole lot more than that, isn't it? I mean, Minecraft has never just been about the survival. And, you know, there's surviving, and then there's surviving in style. And these big projects, they really do add, well, a lot of life to the game, and add a lot of reason for it. And you use up a lot of the resources which otherwise would just sit there, like all that gold. I mean, I did have a little plan for it, but it wasn't important. And really, that gold would have just sat there forever, being of absolutely no use to anybody. Stick the buckets in there. So, you know, I'm using up all those resources and doing some nice stuff with it, and it really makes the place just look better. I mean, again, with the rail, I could have literally just run a single rail all the way along and put boosters with redstone torches, which is the easy way to do it. I could have saved myself a lot of iron, a lot of resource and things, but what's the point? It would look, well, not great, and it would just no, you know, it's just one of those things you look at it and think, no, I want to do something good here. Oh god, there's monsters nearby. Where are these monsters nearby? That was the skeleton. He's going to come back up here. Anybody else? No, it's just that bloody skeleton. I don't think the Enderman counts, really, so... There you go. Die, Skelly, die. I'm going to jump in bed quick. There you go, it's day. So we can go for the other reason I brought you out of here. This is my knockback 2 sword that I made, by the way. This is why things are flying. It's also got Bane of Arthropods 4 on it, which is why the spiders just die like that. I don't know why. I think it was Bane of Arthropods 4, was it? Yes, knockback 2, Bane of Arthropods 4. I don't know why I need that much Bane of Arthropods, but hey. No complaints. Now, while I was out here, and you can see I have dug a lot here. It's all nice and smooth. It still needs to work, but it's an improvement. I did find something. I was out exploring and I found something quite interesting. I have no idea what to do with it yet, but I've got to be able to do something with it. Look at all these free arrows. Thank you. Free bones. Thank you. So it was out, now if I remember correctly. I didn't really go exploring, I just had a quick look. But it's out here somewhere. And I really could do with going to find it. And it's got to be this way, I'm sure. Let me just run through here, back onto the plains. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going the right way. I mean, there's no guarantee this is me, you know, but well, that looks like a jungle, so maybe it's over this way a bit more. Because it wasn't in a jungle, although that jungle could do with exploring. I still haven't found a jungle temple, and that could do with an explore. But not right now. I'm here for a different reason. Okay, let's drop away through there. I've got my food all the way down already because I've been eating apples. I just felt like using them up. I did have a lot. But they don't have a lot of saturation. You don't stay full for very long off of them. So, what the heck's that? Oh well, nice, cool. Like a proper little cave, not just a hole in the ground. It's actually like a little cave. Okay, well I'm going to find this place, I think. Here we go. So it's here. It's over here somewhere. Let's go and just find it. It's in the desert, I know that much. Yeah, it's... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I know it's here, somewhere in this desert. I'm going to have a little wander around until I find it. And then I'll get back to you. This probably wouldn't be... I could have signposted my way, I think. Or something like that. But it's here somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to have a little wander around until I come across the thing that I'm looking for. I'll be right back with you when I find it. Oh, wait a minute. I've come way too far. There it is. Look at that. we've got a little village out in the desert. And somehow I managed to loop all the way around behind it and come in from the other side. And this place is... wow, look, there's a library. There's another library. What would they call libraries anyway? We've got a little... So is that supposed... These are supposed to be a trade house. This is a church. Yeah, it's got a little house joined onto it. It's quite interesting. A couple more little houses, and one of the big houses. I think they're like farmhouses. And no blacksmiths, unfortunately. But look, we've got potatoes. Finally, I have some potatoes. And obviously plenty of wheat. And floating torches. A little bit of generation fail. In fact, quite a lot of generation fail around here, but never mind. So I'm going to have a look around this place. See if there's... Get the potatoes. See if there's anybody worth talking to. And then I'll be right back with you. Alright, so after a little look around the village, it's not anything super interesting. I'm considering stealing their books, but I really don't need to, I don't think. It's going to get a few more potatoes, since there's some grown here. I've been collecting a few up and some carrots. I've been replanting as I go. But it finally means that I've got some potatoes I can plant back in Wiphampton. I think I'll leave this village be for the moment. I will do something with it, I'm sure, because it's another village and it's the only other one that we've found so far. But I wanted to show you this because, well, just to say that it's there and it's, you know, it's an interesting little find. It's a nice village. It's quite a big one. Fortunately, no blacksmith, so no chest to loot. But it can't have everything, I guess. But there we go. So I'm going to head back and leave these guys in peace before it gets dark. Here we go. And a nice little river here as well. So I've got to decide what to do with this. If anybody wants to leave a comment and say what you think I should do with this place, whether I should do it up, whether I should leave it, whether I should just loot it, or what. I mean, there's so much I could do with it. Maybe I could invite one of my friends in to start up another village. One thing I'm definitely going to do is extend the rails out at some point. It's not a priority right now, especially considering how long it took me to do what I've done already. But at some point, yeah, I might extend the rails out a bit and join up this village. So there's one big long route going between the two villages via the mining outpost, which is quite handily right in the middle. So that's about it. Yeah, I mean, this hasn't been much of a doing episode, more of a showing episode, but maybe it'll give you a few ideas if you've been considering, you know, setting up a railway or anything in your own place, in your own town or village or whatever you happen to play. Oh wow, look at that! That's quite cool. And what else is there's? Yeah, a few village. Few ideas, sorry. So I'm concentrating on trying to climb up this place without falling down, so my words tend to run away a little bit. I'm hoping I'm not actually getting even more lost. No, it appears that I'm heading back in the right direction, according to my compass, which I am never without these days. But yeah, so leave a comment if you want, and to say what you think should be done with this this new village. Otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Please, if you like this episode or the series as a whole, please, you know, leave me a like and a favourite if you really do like it. If you're not subscribed to me and you want to, then you can always hit the subscribe button that's right next to my name, and that would be very much appreciated. I will be back next week, and with hopefully my house, a bit more progress on my house. I think I do need to make progress on that. Wow, look at this place. Look at this is crazy. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. Obviously I'm going to keep on building new things. There's still lots to put in the village. So got plenty of work left to do and plenty of episodes to come from that. So I will see you all next time. Have a nice week, and I shall see you then. Goodbye.